Hello, friends. Welcome to the Analytic Nerd channel. And in this channel, we shall be covering various topics related to data science and data analytics. And they are very burning and very high demanding topics in the market right now. For example, SQL, there is structured query language, Python, Power BI, OOPS, MongoDB, statistics, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, generative AI, Excel, time series analysis, data structures, big data, Jira, all these stuffs will be covered in this channel one after the other in the form of playlists. So at first, I'll be creating an SQL playlist where I will be uploading your regular videos. That is, I will try my level best to upload as much as I can in a week. But at first, I shall focus on completing the SQL playlist. So under the SQL playlist, I will keep on updating the SQL videos. Now, this SQL structured query language, here we shall be covering the MS SQL. And MS SQL, as you all know, is widely and heavily used in industry, especially MS SQL Server 2019 Express. 2022 Express has also come up. Latestly, it has been released by Microsoft SQL Server. But I'm more familiarized with 2019 Express because it is more heavily still used in industry and it is very much user friendly. And this platform itself is enough where you can learn about various concepts of SQL and database management operations. This platform itself will be more than enough to practice your SQL, to learn everything about databases, how to create database, how to handle database, how to import databases, how to do data manipulation, data query in databases. All these stuffs you can be you basically learn by using this MS SQL 2019 server. It is a free, it is a Microsoft product, and it is of free to use. And here you can learn everything about database management, database creation, database handling, and other various stuffs related to database like query, database manipulation. It is a free product of Microsoft. So you can hit the download button and immediately it will start downloading, after which you can install. And it is a very easy process, the installation process. So in the description of this video, I shall give this link, and whenever you will hit this link, you will be taken to this page, and from this page you can download your Microsoft SQL Server 2019 Express, heavily and widely used in industry, and it is a very user-friendly tool, and more than enough to practice your SQL and have all the concepts cleared. And in the description of this video, I will also lay out the entire process of the installation. You won't find any difficulty in it. And I already have this particular tool installed in my system, so that's why I won't reinstall it. The installation process is very easy. You can follow it from the description. Now, when your entire SQL environment will be installed, then something like this will come up where you have the details about your SQL server. So, in order to use your SQL and connect to the SQL server, you have to first connect to the SQL server so as to carry out your queries, perform operations in SQL. And for that, you need to connect to the SQL server. And here the server name is given. In my case, it is desktop 8 ERDD29 SQL Express. And every time whenever you will open your SQL environment, for you also some server name will be generated, and that server name will be placed here in the server name. But it is always safe to basically copy this and then keep it in some Word file. By chance, the server name sometimes fails to place this name. Then you can use your Word file. From there, you can take the name and place it here. And after placing the name, you can connect to the SQL server, and then you can carry out your SQL operations. And keeping a note of the server name is also very much important because via SQL you can also connect to other platforms like Power BI and all. So at that point of time, suppose you want to do some SQL operations in Power BI, like some interlinked operations between the two platforms you want to do. So at that point of time, you will need the server name. So it is better to always keep a note of it in some file like Word file. So now hit the connect button, and it will connect. You will get connected to the SQL environment. Hit the connect button again, and as you can see, this is a new query that has come up here. If you want to open another new query, then you can hit this new query button, and another new query button will open up for you. Here you can write your SQL codes, SQL queries, carry out your database management operations and all. Now on the left hand side you see there is something known as the Object Explorer. Under the Object Explorer I have the server name, and under which I have these various folders. The most important one is the database folder. Now you can expand it by hitting the plus button with a single click, and this databases folder will expand. And as you can see here, you have system database, database snapshots, and then class 1, class 2, class 3. So system database is something that we won't go into. Those are inherently created in the SQL environment, and we shall be only concerned and bothered about how to create tables, that is how to create database objects, or how to import tables, that is how to import database objects, and do all types of data manipulation, data query, and other database management related operations on those particular tables, because ultimately we shall be dealing with the tables which will be provided to us by the organization. And then on those tables provided by the organization, we have to do various types of analysis, we have to do various types of computations, and various types of other database management operations. Okay, so these database names that you're seeing are the ones which have been created by me. Okay, and if you want to create your own database, then what you can do is that create database and write class, say class 4 I write. Okay, you have to select this and then hit the execute button. Once you have hit the execute button, you see in the editor window, it's the message is been displayed, that is commands have been completed successfully. So we have created our first database, which is named as class 4. And what is a database? A database is a storage. Okay, a database is a storage where we can store our data in very secured format and in very structured format. And inside a database, like for example, class 4 is my database. Under a database like class 4, we can import various files like CSV files, Excel files, those sorts of various files we can basically import and keep under a database. For example, say class 4 is the database under which we can keep CSV files or Excel files. And once those files are stored under this database, say class 4, then we can use those files will be available in the form of tables. Those files that you will be importing under this database, say class 4, those files will be available now in the form of tables. And tables, we know, is a combination of rows and columns. So whether be it a CSV file, that will be now accessible in the form of a table, whether be it a Excel file, that will be available for you to access in the form of a table. And the table is known as database object, DBO. Okay, so under the database class 4, suppose I keep a file, import a file, and then store it. That can be a CSV or Excel file. Then that file will be now accessible in the form of a table, and that table is known as database object. So as because this is our introductory class of MS SQL, so here in this very first class we shall get slightly familiar with the SQL environment. Okay, so now suppose in the left hand side, if you can see, we still cannot see class 4 because we have not hit the refresh button. Go to databases, select it, hit the refresh button, and now it will get expanded. And once it is expanded, then you can see class 4 has appeared. See, class 4 database has appeared. Okay, now I want to basically import a file under this database, be it an Excel file or be it a CSV file. I right click, go to tasks. Okay, then go to import data. Go to import data. Suppose I want to import a CSV file. Okay, this is a wizard that has come up. Hit the next button, and in the data source, you have to then go to the data source and hit the flat file source. These steps you have to slightly remember whenever you're trying to import, suppose, a CSV file. Now you have to browse. Here you can see emp2 underscore 2 and open. So you have to select all files, no .txt files, no dot anything. All files will be a much more safer option when browsing your particular required file. Then hit the next button. Then again hit the next button. Go to destination and scroll down. And here you have SQL Server Native Client 11.0. And then next, next, finish. And see, once these all have come up, then you can close this dialog box, and class 4 is being selected. Let it remain selected and hit the refresh button. Expand the class 4 database, go to tables, and under the tables of class 4 you see dbo.emp2 underscore 2. dbo means database object. This is the file that we just now imported, emp2 underscore 2, which is been imported and stored under this database class 4. So this emp2 underscore 2 will be now accessible in the form of a table, and it is a database object. This emp2 underscore 2 now becomes a database object. Now suppose I want to perform certain operations on this particular table emp2 underscore 2, and it is under which database? Class 4. So at first we have to write use class 4 and then select it and hit the execute button, and a dialog will come up like commands completed successfully. Now write this keyword select asterisk from emp2 underscore 2. Select is a keyword, from is a keyword, asterisk means all the fields, means all the columns. From where? From this particular table, emp2 underscore 2. So select it and hit the execute button, and you see this table comes up. Okay, so select is a keyword, from is a keyword, asterisk means all the fields, all the columns from a particular table I want to see. And here you have to write the table name. So select asterisk from, then give the table name, which is emp2 underscore 2 in our case. And this is an arbitrary table, hypothetical table that I've created. And this I created just for your learning purpose, where I've assumed that there is an organization which exists hypothetically, not in real, but hypothetically there is an organization, and I have created this table which contains information. This table contains information about all the employees of that particular organization. So it is a database only. In this database we can access the necessary informations about the about certain employees or all the employees or selected employees, whatever we can go through for. So hypothetically I've created here 132 employees. If you go here, this row number 1 here, this is for the first employee, EID. EID stands for employee ID, and this number I have given arbitrarily, I1001. Similarly, for the in the second row, I have the details of the second employee, say I1002 is the EID, that is the employee ID of that particular employee, because in an organization, EIDs will always be given to employees, and these EIDs are always unique. Well, two employees cannot have the same EID. Okay, EID means employee ID. Two EIDs cannot be two, like for two employees, we cannot have the same EID. EIDs are always unique and distinct, so as to distinctly classify particular employees. Okay, so in this way we have 132 rows. That means 132 employees we have in this organization hypothetically, and as a result we have 132 employee IDs. Okay, And similarly, I've created these fields name, then that is names of employees. Okay. ADDR1 is address one, ADDR2 is address two. So ADDR1 will contain the addresses of the employees, address one of the employees. ADDR2 will contain the continuing addresses of the employees. Then to which city a particular person belongs to, like for this individual, Robbie Gupta belongs to Delhi city. This particular individual, Sandy Sharma, belongs to Pune city. Similarly, I've created these arbitrary phone numbers for all these employees and arbitrary email IDs for all these employees. And I have generated arbitrary DOB. DOB means date of birth of employees, and DOJ contains the date of joining for all the employees. And here we have 132 arbitrary values. Hypothetical table, hypothetical values, just for your understanding purpose. So this table we shall deal with in the forthcoming classes. And this was all about the introductory class. And from the next class onwards, we shall dive in into the details of SQL. So that was it for this introductory class. Hopefully you have liked it, and if you have liked it, you can hit the subscribe button and like and share, and hit the bell icon button, and so that you can be notified about the forthcoming videos which will come out on this channel regarding to data science and data analytics. So thank you.